Hey, welcome to the Medic's Commentary. This is the gameplay with injection of thoughts, critique, and advice. My name is BlueGill75. This is Medic on Hoodoo, or I don't think it's Gold Rush. I believe it's Hoodoo. I don't play this map very often, but I did get a chance to play Medic on this map. I was playing some other classes, but I don't bother recording when I'm not playing non-support. I came to a point where there was a Medic who was going full-on combat Medic. Quick play servers. God damn it. You'll see where it's obvious to quick play him. Like, I didn't want to scald him for going combat medic, so I figured, okay, maybe we'll just fill in the gap by being medic myself. Because there's a nice round number of decent classes. Everybody's doing pretty good, so I figured, well, I'll let him do his thing. I'll do my thing by healing everybody. If he wants to just do damage, that's fine. So just at this point, I didn't really want to rely on the medic who's going for damage, so it's really just more important to keep this area controlled. Keeping everybody who is trying to deal damage, keep them alive, allow them to do that. And I've been reading about quick play servers. They kind of fucked everything up, especially where I used to play on these servers. There was a community, and quick play kind of ruined that. I've been reading about Valve. They just don't seem to care about their games anymore. And I've seen that with more prominent YouTubers who focus on Valve-oriented games. And I'm kind of seeing that, like, bugs that have been in the game for years, which other developers would never be able to get away with. I mean, I know some games can be buggy at launch, or when you do a pretty big update, some bugs are introduced. But at this point, just trying to get everybody to push out. Like, when the medic's being the one being pretty bossy, doesn't show a great deal of leadership from people who are natural born leaders. But I can only do so much by myself. And regarding servers, if I could find a good server to go to, I would. But I'm just looking for games to just fall back to. I've been looking for newer games. I found some, like Evolve came out. I'm really enjoying that. It's kind of buggy, but there's a patch coming out for that, so I'm hoping that will address some issues. There's Not God, that looks pretty cool. I was looking into it, then I saw Star made a video of it. And it looks pretty interesting. It's actually quite fun. But I'll make a video once I am more fluent in it. I do want to make a video on Chivalry Medieval Warfare sometime. But that's a very skill-based game. Like, you really have to aim. Anyway, back to TF2. At the point where we're just trying to keep everybody healed, not trying to pocket just one person. And protecting this payload, just trying to keep it away. Protecting people who are trying to deal damage, and denying that demo knight from trying to get some kills. Because I noticed quite a bit before the recording that if you're able to get behind a teammate, then if you're able to get behind an enemy, then you're pretty much golden for a kill, because a lot of people just don't look behind them. I noticed that in multiple games. People just... situational awareness, or just spatial awareness is the better word. That's what I'm trying to explain. A lot of people don't have spatial awareness, therefore, if you can get behind somebody, you pretty much have an easy kill. It's the more experienced players who learn this. And with myself being medic most often in this game, having spies on my back the majority of the time, I've kind of made that a habit of looking behind me or just looking around me quite a bit. And this right here, like, if they just turned to the side, not turned completely around a full 180 degrees, just 90 degrees, they would have saw that. Thankfully, there was a pyro who was looking out for his team, and able to take care of that. And the blue team nearly got the payload in there. It's very, very close. I was saying, okay, let's get some sentries down. Let's try to lock this area down, because if someone sneaks in and gets it, they will get it. They just have to push it a tiny, tiny bit more. And at the point where just trying to control this area, deny this area from the enemy team. Keep pushing it back. And there's quite a few areas. There's that tunnel down there. Snipers can be quite problematic down there. And that's where the other medic was. And you go down the inner way. Tunnel that goes down there. 2 entryways down there. It all bottlenecks to this one area. So it can be quite intense. And being able to look at things, calling out to allies, and make sure that enemies don't take advantage. That area right there, snipers can really make use of. So being aware that that's something where someone can one-shot you. So you have to be careful of that spot. Think where someone might be able to hit you, or look down that tunnel, and if you see something or you see a sniper dot, get the hell out of the way. That kind of thing. And looking for spies, especially. Like, the pyros, they're certainly trying, but they're trying to keep at the front, but there's spies almost everywhere, it seems. However, we do have the engineers. They are able to look after the payload. They have that area pretty much locked down. It looks like we're going to get the area. And it's working out quite well. Like, those sentries, they take a lot of work off our allies by doing it automatically. However, just trying to keep my own back clean, like free of stab wounds. And I don't want to go too far, so I'll let that pyro do his thing, but I don't have a problem ditching him because it doesn't look like he made it. Or he did, yeah, that's right. Like, he knew what he was doing. Like, he understands that pyros can be batshit crazy, therefore don't always expect the medic to follow you around. But spies getting around everywhere and no one noticing, like all those snipers and everything, not seeing it. I'm thinking, I don't have time for this. I need to stay at the front line and keep pushing that. So just trying to balance out so many things at once, where someone could be, where I could be shot at, and where someone might try to backstab me. And also thinking about my teammates, trying to keep all of them overhealed, and also prioritizing too. And it seems to, when you're Ubering, don't just Uber one person. If you're trying to maul down lots of people, Ubering one person works because one target gives you 8 seconds, whereas each target takes off 2 seconds, something like that. But it lays down a solid defense if you heal, or if you Uber multiple people at one time. And just for laughs, donate some more kills. Uber Spy, Uber NG, get the win. So that was Medigon. I think it's Sudo, I'm not entirely sure. So, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching.